wait a minute, there is like a mistake. Something is not completely correct. And then we started to do this research, and then it came out that Vera would always leave 1% of disorder in all her calculations. And the scientists, they were telling her, listen, you're also a mathematician, you know numbers, you understand numbers. How come that you do a mistake on purpose? And she said something very beautiful. She said, mistake is never a mistake. Mistake is a space that I give for life, for disorder, for opportunities, to make some magic possible. Mistake is something that my brain cannot predict in advance. So I'm inviting this 1% of disorder in my life and in my works to bring life in geometry. Every morning she would wake up and she would say to herself, okay, what if I do this combination? What kind of form will come out of it? And what if I do another one? Would this be a completely different one? And this curiosity and what if led her in the year of 1968 in Paris to a research center where the very first computers were based. She went there and she said, okay, what if I ask? And she asked the director, can I do my art with this computer? He was looking at her like, you're insane, female artist. 1968, you want to do your what? Computer? Whatever, when we have a lunch, you can try to do it. And so she started to do those works on the very first computer, and it would take the computer 3 days at least to print or to produce something like this.
If you think about it, most of what we love in our lives, most of what is memorable to us, are the moments when we sat in the in-between. And so I wanted to bring, for this first part, 2 poems that are about sitting in the questions instead of sitting in the answers. And the first poem is one by a woman named Margaret Atwood. Maybe some of you have read her fiction, if not her poems. She's Canadian, and in addition to being a writer, something that is in direct conversation with this work is that she also is an inventor. And one of the things that she invented was a form of a pen that could be digitally controlled by someone remotely who would input what should be written and then write off the other side of a computer. So very much, again, in this question of life, what's transmuted in the in-between. So this first poem is called You Begin. You begin this way. This is your hand. This is your eye. That is a fish, blue and flat on the paper, almost the shape of an eye. This is your mouth. This is an O or a moon, whichever you like. This is yellow. Outside the window is the rain, green because it is summer, and beyond that, the trees and then the world, which is round and has only the colors of these 9 crayons. This is the world, which is fuller and more difficult to learn than I have said. You are right to smudge it that way with the red and then the orange. The world burns. Once you have learned these words, you will learn that there are more words than you can ever learn. The word hand floats above your hand like a small cloud over a lake. The word hand anchors your hand to this table. Your hand is a warm stone I hold between 2 words. This is your hand. These are my hands. This is the world, which is round but not flat and has more colors than we can see. It begins, it has an end. This is what you will come back to. This is your hand.